Hey guys, welcome to the Silver Report. Here we are, it's Monday, March 20th, 2017. We have gold currently trading at $1,234, and that's up 0.34%. We have silver trading at $17.48, and let's get right into some of the economic factors that are playing a part into this rally. Because what we've seen, the gold prices, they've seen a rebound after the U.S. Federal Reserve raised its benchmark rates by 25 basis points last week. Since then, we've also seen a weakness in the dollar. It's led to further strength in gold prices. The precious metal hit a 2-week high on Monday. The dollar plunged to a 6-week low after the Fed's dovish outlook on the pace of the rate increases this year continued to disappoint the dollar bulls. And so we can see that gold, it very well may continue to rise further. It seems as if there was money on the sidelines that was waiting for the Federal Reserve, because on the moment of the announcement that they were going to raise interest rates, there was a significant number of contracts sold in silver and gold. And so Nitish Shah, the director and economist and commodity strategist at ETF Securities, told CNBC via email that he expects gold prices to rise to US $1,300 an ounce by the middle of the year. This is his quote: "We expect gold to rise to US $1,300 an ounce by mid-year, over 5% gains before declining back to current levels by year-end. A dovish Fed will be met by inflation surprises over the coming quarter. It will lead to further decline in real interest rates," Shah said, adding that given gold's inverse relationship to real rates, prices will rise over the coming months. And so, although we agree with the consensus that the Fed will deliver only 2 further rate hikes this year, Fed members may be forced to talk tougher in the second half of the year, which could tighten yields and lead to a stronger U.S. dollar. For now, a dovish Fed is likely to support gold. And so what he's implying is the fact that the markets, they don't really believe the Federal Reserve. And there's good reason. We see that gold, after a Federal Reserve interest rate hike, now the interest rate hike was supposed to convey the image that the U.S. economy is doing good. But when combated with questions as to why the Federal Reserve would choose to raise interest rates now, when the economic outlook is showing some of the worst indicators in history for a federal interest rate hike, she had no response. In fact, she looked scared and nervous. And so what we have seen is the fact that they see right through your lies, Miss Yellen. And so more buyers, which were sitting and waiting just for you to remove your icy stone hand off of the markets, have poured into gold and silver, as we see them have continued strength in the physical markets, continued strength in the ETFs, and what we're going to see is continued rises in price. It's just the economic uncertainty of our times right now is the fact that most people, as they are directed by this mainstream media to get into the stock market, they are experiencing one of the biggest bull markets in history. And in truth, it is. The stock market has been performing extremely well, but normally, whenever there is a rise of this level, it's around every 2 to 3 months that there is a correction of more than 5%. We've gone for 4 months now. And so what we can expect is that this rally is going to come down. And while so many people are getting excited and pumped up by mainstream media pundits about to put their money into the stock market at this particular juncture in time, what we're seeing is you're buying into a very heavily overvalued market. You're trying to get in because you thought it was a good idea, and now you're going to these mainstream publications. You're going to the Wall Street Journal. You're going to the Bloomberg Finance. You're going to Yahoo Finance. You're going to Google Finance. You're going to these mainstream controlled pundits to tell you where to put your money. And the real issue is the fact that as people continue to do that, they realize that the information they're receiving is not always accurate. What we see as a response, and this is how you know what the population's true feeling about the mainstream media. The mainstream media tells you whenever Donald Trump attacks CNN, oh, that's ridiculous, you're trying to suppress a free press. John McCain will tell you, oh, you're trying to suppress a free press. It seems like you're a dictator. It seems like you work for Vladimir Putin. And the reality is America loves it. America loves it because they know you've been lying to us a long time. And we know that you're fleecing the people. And whenever it comes time for people to try to put their money back into the stock market, a lot of people are a little wet behind the ears because they're not experienced with markets. And they're listening to who they think are trusted sources of where to put their money. But the main bulk of the population is beginning to wake up to your lie, to the fact that you're feeding us, and more than that, that your major banking cartels are stripping away, as we see Goldman and Sachs and JP Morgan, as we reported in previous videos, have gone for years without losses. And yet you expect us to take our hard-earned money and put it into your circus for you to be able to profit from our gains. But it's really the little guy who loses, and the little guy has begun buying silver and buying gold, has begun taking positive steps because they can see that it's all smoke and mirrors, this economy right now. Whenever questions come up to the Federal Reserve about why raise interest rates at a time like this, they don't even have an answer. That is because it is a lie. It is a lie that inflation is kicking in. We see it in the grocery store. We see it in the markets. We see it in our energy bills. We see it all over this country. We see that there's no real wage increases. So we see it not only in our paychecks. We also see the fact that the inflation, which they deny is even existent, is so severe that our dollars don't even buy anything anymore. And so your lies are breaking down. And with that, with the collapse of their false economy, we see the true shining light that silver and gold is come busting through. Because it is real money. And in times of economic uncertainty, the people always go for real money. All right, thank you guys for joining me here on the Silver Report. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe, like the videos, share the videos, get the word out. I thank you guys all so much for stopping by. As always, stay safe.